Hey everybody, are we live? We're live. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another Sunday spiritual session with your host, me, Michael Rolla. Welcome to Michael Rolla channel. A lot of things in store. I'm excited to talk about with you guys. But today it's kind of just rolling it back again, remembering, talking about things. I wanted to share a little bit of a dream I had last night, which it just popped into my head about 30 minutes ago. And it was kind of funny. So, uh, I just wanted to touch on that and see how everybody's doing out there. Let you guys know that I have a lot in the first section's ready to come out soon. We'll see. We'll see how much the first section equals. Let's see. But I'm excited, man. There's a lot of cool stuff coming around, and I really want to get into the activations for you guys because we got to start bringing this stuff full circle and doing all this kind of work and uh, you know, spending all this time working on ourselves and for me, and now it's time to share. Like I've always been trying to do. But I want to put the meditations out for you guys. I'm excited. They're sort of almost done. So once those are all ready, you guys will be ready and raring to go. I don't know how I'm going to make them available, but it'll be easy to access. So I'm excited for that. Yeah. So ready to get into the body, who you are, remembering things like this, right? So that's why I wanted to talk about remembering was my dream, right? So last night I had a dream, and at one point I realized I'm having a lot. Like I'm dreaming. As soon as I go like that halfway dream state, I'm back in a dream, and then I wake up, go potty, right at night if I'm sleeping early in the morning, and then I go back to sleep, and then I'm right back in the dream again. So the dreams are, and it's not a dream, it's like real. I'm right there, So I had this one last night where I had like wild hair in it for whatever reason, and it was like I always liked the bedhead, the wild hair anyway. But so it's funny because it clicked in the dream. I said, no, I just got my haircut like 2-3 weeks ago. I had short hair. What's this malarkey going on? And so that's when I realized. And then I looked at myself, right? And then I just had this like big like smile on my face, and my hair was like it was like a wave, in the middle, and then it was straight out in the back, and then the top was short because I said it was short, so then it made the top short right here on the back. I was cracking up, and then I thought of that, you know, 30 minutes ago or so, just that realization of like who you really are, who we really are, what we really are. All of this stuff that everyone keeps trying to figure out, has nothing to do with the being that you are deep down inside, the truths that the things you're here to bring to this world, who you are, what you know. Like it's when you embrace that, it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Maybe not at first, right? But the more you embrace it, the more wonderful it becomes because you realize that you're learning to embrace yourself, So um, this is from Metatron. I wanted to shout out Metatron on my last video. I don't know if I did, but I'm always working with Metatron. So um, always shouting out to him. He's like a default dude for me. So yeah, just, wondering where everybody's at out there, hoping everybody's doing good. Um, there's a lot of things coming out that are just going to keep coming out, and it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. Disclosure is just going to keep growing and growing and growing, and we need to really start, getting all this stuff set up for people, recognizing the fact that so many of us are so ahead of the times, right? So it's going to be and feel weird and feel off and whatever anything you're doing. But what I see a lot of times with the community is the it's light and then it's dark and it's light and it's dark. Quit going back to dark. You know what I mean? Just quit it. Just a little bit, because we need all of it. We are all of it. Not knocking any of it down, but this concept that like you always need a lesson, you always need, you know what I mean? It's like no, I'll like let's take relationships, right? Like I'm as in my experience, I'm as honest as you. I'm more honest than they actually really say they want a guy to be, right? Um, so it's like, what did I saw a quote today? Jim Carrey said, I don't know if it's I know what I was on, but this morning where Jim Carrey said, men or women fall in love by what they hear, right? Men fall in love by what they see. That's why women wear makeup and men lie, right? And so I thought it's perfect example. Right? I got to talk about this, in that sense of like, so we're doing things because we're inherently, it's birthed within us. It needs to find an expression. It needs to happen. It needs to go like this, right? Then I hear stuff, talk about you got to let your emotions flow, right? We got to go into our emotions. We can't hide from them. We have to go into them. Oh, okay. So I can yell and bitch and scream and cuss everybody out because I'm embracing my emotions. No, wait. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever these lessons always are, we have to stop the programming like altogether. Like understanding the level of the spiritual box that exists within the matrix is extremely important. Okay. And it's what I find because, being in the spiritual realm often enough, it's going to come back at us again too, because we're the ones doing the work. We're the ones going to be targeted. We're the ones going to be, so a lot of times I see a lot of great, beautiful light beings, light people, spiritual channelers. I don't care. Call yourself what you want to call yourself. If you've been compromised, you've been compromised. I don't care what your name is. If you haven't, then you haven't. You can call yourself Supreme Commander of Earth's Alliance Galactic. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, but being that essence, right, above all else, that's what this whole thing is about, being who you are above all else. And this whole trap of how you say this, how you say that. So I was thinking about that, right? Like I heard a guy talk about how he's good with audiences. And he said he's good at, knowing what the audience wants to hear. He has a talent for, speaking with audiences. And I thought to myself, like, well, how much manipulation is that? Even in speaking, like motivation and inspirational speakers, right? It's like, it only sounds good if the words are in the right, if they rhyme, if they're in the right phrase, if it's short, if it's concise, if it's like this, if it's like that, so this idea of like we're spelling and we're doing all these spell castings and we're doing this, we're doing that, like until you're immune to that, you know what I mean? Like then you're gonna be, oh, that guy's so inspiring, you know what I mean? He just said some words. You don't know nothing about that guy. Isn't this what the politicians do literally every day? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just getting to that point where, it's remembering, right? Remembering you have to remember you, and you have to remember all the things about you, like, so who am I on a higher dimensional, on a whatever? I'm the wily hair guy, because in my, like, so when you think about like the Matrix, remember the movie, this is your mental projection of yourself, like that's me, like tall hippie hair, wild hair, you know what I mean, whatever, just living. I got grass growing off my shoulder, like that's sounds great to me. It's like, so who you are, it's just, and as people are remembering these things about themselves, it's these inherent, that's why it feels so for people, because it's something inside of you that's inside that you are, that you have to let speak, and then we, but we're trying to cater it all into these boxes, and we got to stop. Everything can be healed. Everything can be this. Everything can be that. Like all of the, I don't, it's like they say, listening to people on, like, got to find the truth people. Yeah, sure. And then, okay, so we start finding each other. And then now what? We got to believe in ourselves and each other again. We got to stop separating my spiritual's this or that, or, it's like, I'm seeing too much of that, although I am seeing more than anything, it's all coming together. But, it's the concept of like, just falling right back into place. Like, not like we shouldn't be making businesses out of this stuff, because it was everyone who had a business who helped me to get started, and I, signed up for the class, I figured out my own stuff, and then go from there, so it's not like these things don't have to happen, but there's a lot of it in the spiritual, like, oh, it's like this, like that, it's like this, like, what if all the religions were gone? Then what would we be thinking? Does Jesus have anything to do with this? Does he need to have anything to do? It's just like, so people are hooked on facts more than they're hooked on like the life experience that they're even having. You could prove it all tomorrow. I don't care. The whole book's real. I'll be like, great. Now what? You know, like what's now what? Now what? You know, we can put all the pieces together. We can, you know, and I almost feel like, you know, I don't need to know any of the pieces in order to like live a good life, in order to, you know, so what we're doing is we're setting up the pathways, like the stitching the light together so everyone can find their own way. And the more concise we can be together, the more we can work together, the more it's not a worship and like, oh yeah, this master teacher is the only one I, you know, listen to, and the this and this. The whole reason we got here in the first place is this worship and picking one religion or picking one thing over another thing because it's better and it's worse and it's better and it's worse. You know, everyone has to learn to become their own guru, right? Or whatever you want to call it, because you already have all the connections you'll ever need, and nobody else can give you more connections or take away your connections, right? It's only within the frequency. So as long as the frequency is allowed to keep frequency in, then we're going to be held to where we're at. But if you can lift yourself up vibrationally, you can rise above whatever it is, you know what I mean? And that's what we need to do. So there's a lot of stuff like this out in the world. There's a lot of, it's the concept of distant Reiki healing, right? You can send healing energy to anyone, but if they don't accept it, it's not going to work for them. You know, it might just hit them and bounce off or land around them or something like that, right? Number one. Number two, healing energy is around us all the time. It's up to the person, even in the case where you're sending them healing, if they're not open to it, they're not going to open. So no matter who you are, you don't need something else. You need yourself. You need to fix the brain. You need to fix your heart. You need to, you know, fix the heartache, fix the brain frustration, fix the inability to settle in your tummy on, you know, what it is you want, you know. But trust me, you guys, I love you guys with all my heart. Trust me when I say I argue with spirit as much as anybody does, you know, and as my consciousness grows, I'm only going to have more things to argue about, you know, they already know, you know. So I mean, maybe I haven't said them all, but I've probably said them all to myself within these past 6 or 7 years or something like that, you know. So I guess the reason I'm saying all this is just really be careful out there with what you guys are listening to. I know we've already ran into this a million times, you know, but again, it's the worship factor, you know. So it's like, if it makes sense to you, good, that's it, fine, leave it alone. But there's so many, like, for example, I've you know, this is where I'm finding my own, what I want to share and teach whatever, share with you guys that I've learned, you know, because it's the idea of this like, yes, you want to learn from people who have done it, of course, it's how it works, right? But you have to develop your own style, your own system. Everybody is different. And so you learn from the master and then you master it yourself. When you become a master or a pro at something or an expert or whatever they want to use, it's because you've understood something yourself and you can understand it and replicate it in a way that is unique for you, because what feeling you replicated with inside yourself is not necessarily the same feeling that someone else is going to feel doing the same exercise. Now there are certain things, like if you do muscles, yeah, biceps will all feel biceps. But when you do Qigong and you're working with Qi inside the body and you're working on like a dantian, a lower dantian, right? First 3 chakras, lower 3 chakras, right? People are going to have different results. They're going to have different releases and purges and all these kinds of things, you know. So understanding the fundamentals and the basics is all you need to know so that you can move forward yourself, right? And then it's just a matter of, you know, like in Kung Fu, making sure your posture's right and you're breathing right and you're doing things like this. And I'm not trying to knock all the people that are out there doing all this stuff, but you can't heal. This is why psychologists just come back for more. You know, I'll see you again next week. You know, like, you know, when are you going to say, guess what? Don't need to see you anymore. I got this. I'm healed. You know what I mean? It's the idea of this, like, it's the idea that we're broken and we always need to get fixed. It's wrong. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to everybody. You know, not really. I mean, I'm really happy to break that one too. Hold on. Have some coffee. Hey guys, how's it going? Love you guys. Love seeing y'all. Hola fam, Facebook user. Panda Bear's in the house. I started watching Kung Fu Panda. They did a new series on him with the the glove, or what is it? The gauntlet of power or something. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm getting a kick out of it. Because he chunky and wonky now because he hasn't been the Dragon Master for so long. He's had all this time to eat dumplings and roll around. So so he's got to get back into shape. It's really cute. I like it. Trigonometry for real. Love seeing you guys. Hope you guys are feeling better, feeling good. Whatever, better every day, right? Better and better and better and better and better. But it's so important. Like with everything that we're going through, there's all these facets to like learn about ourselves. There's all these this, there's all these that, and it's when you just narrow it down, everyone can figure that out very simply. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get all these teachings out, and I don't know, maybe I'll put them on Patreon and then just monthly, and then you can just look at all of them. But I'm going to start making a crap load of these videos with some commentary, perhaps. It's going to be fun. I started recording and I've been recording. I don't like how they come out. So I'm just getting to the point where like, I'm just going to put this out there and I'm going to explain. So it's kind of like I've talked so much about this stuff. So now I'm going to do the meditations. You guys can, they'll be out there. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'll probably talk about most of it anyways. I want to have like all the stuff that I learned that helped me get here to teach me that I made the connections with, all available for you guys. So, but I got somebody working on the website. So yeah, it's going to take a while. Some people have a degree and title that they have their SHIT together and could know more about you than yourself. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing. I hated, like for me, when people would say that, that's one of the biggest things I did. Oh, I know you better than you know yourself. Really? Right? Don't tell me that. No, you don't. Like, I'm sorry. Like even my mom, she'd say that, I know, well, it's like, yeah, you know me because I was a baby. You know how I'm going to react and respond, but no, don't even start with me. Like, don't even, all these people are too funny. And that's the whole point. It's unity. Every time I see somebody going this way or going that way, they're doing something, it's like, I always pick on tarot card readers because they're a dime a dozen out there. But then you look at their followers, 10,000, 20,000 followers. People are addicted to tarot cards out there nowadays, guys. I don't know if you've noticed this for the past 5 years or whatever, but not that they haven't been, and not that they don't work. And not that I don't love them, right? But we're still living in that mentality of the old, where we're like waiting for some magical information that's going to just magically like fix everything. And hey, I wish there's something you could tell us in like a paragraph and then everything would be just hunky-dory, but that doesn't work that way. So it's like sometimes I listen to tarot card readings and I just turn them off halfway and I go, yeah, no, this ain't this is just giving me more things to think about, which aren't even the case, or whatever. Doesn't resonate. Next. And then when you think about it, like you could listen to anything they're saying and add it to some aspect of your life, right? So all of this stuff that we're creating, and all it is us just sitting here talking about stuff, talking it out, learning what it is, understanding it all. But we live in this world where it's like, no, you got to make money. So you got to create, and you got to be the greatest of the greatest to have ever great. No one else could be nearly as spiritual as you could be, or whatever. And I'm just picking on the guys, people who think that way. But, I know a lot of us aren't, and it's really great that we're, like I said, the new economy needs to be the real healing modalities, getting tarot card, instead of going to the doctor, I got to, and then they don't know what you got, but they write you some prescription. Go to the tarot reader, see what you got, get some natural healing. What I mean? It's like, I can't wait for that. I think we should all be doing these natural things, right? So until, right, as this shifts, right, we're all going to start getting these things going and getting out there and talking about this stuff and letting people know what they're really doing, right? I think I find this all the time. It's like, how many channels are out there where sometimes people don't even know what they're even talking about? I'm just saying, I love you. But I don't know how anybody's getting anywhere with that. You know who you are, and you know I'm picking on you, and I love you, and I miss you. But you know, that's the whole point. We're supposed to be making this easy for people. Not harder. Sorry. Like, last thing I need to know is how to speak Aramaic or shit. Because why? Like, hey. Because everyone out there who knows it is speaking it right now, and that's why the world's in such a great place. Come on, guys. This stuff, how is it helping you, right? What are we doing? What is it really? So that's what you have to look at. Why are you doing what you're doing? What is it that you're trying to get out of this card reading, if you will? And if you know what you're trying to get, then put the cards down, focus on what you want to feel and get, and then go there instead, right? Because I run into this because I want to share all this, I want to make videos, and I'm not a fan of sitting in front of the computer and doing all this stuff and editing video and trying to, oh my God, no, shoot me now. I'd rather be out there just doing it. And so you find out more about yourself when you're just doing it yourself, when it's that. The only reason people are looking for all this information because they have questions. So if they have a question, they need to dig in, find information, and then they start putting it all together. But once we do that, you realize it's up to you to put that information together. No one else is going to put it together for you. Then you connect to your guides, your higher self, whatever, your higher aspects, and then you get all kinds of more downloads going on. That's why we got to share. So I want to create a safe space where we could, just like a nonprofit, big old university, where we could all just come and just be ourselves. That's like the school. Did I tell you guys last video? The school where they don't have any courses, any subjects. The kids can pick whatever it is that they want to learn. They can play video games if they want. They can do anything that they want to do. And the results are that they're smarter and they're more successful than like other kids that are being forced to do. Hello. So that's what I'm really excited to talk about today, because I got a lot of this stuff. I'm actually doing a lot of things behind the scenes. Maybe not personally doing so much with words. Here we go. But I'm a part of a lot of things, guys, such as schools that are going to work in such ways. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of things I'm going to be able to offer you guys. So I have to do a crypto video. Yeah. So anyways. Because like links that you guys can share and then get paid for, like, you know what I mean? Like this, the theories it's all at our fingertips. Exactly. Right. A job title does not mean say, yeah, titles. I don't like titles either. I just don't like, if it's what you do, like, oh, I'm, the solar guardian, because I guard, the sun, or whatever. That's my job. Okay, cool. That's got it. But don't put king solar guard. You know what I mean? Don't add. Don't do this shit. That's annoying to me. Like, this is why I'm here, because everyone, like, I had to come. I had to come. I had to come. Yeah, watching cards, but then do nothing. Yeah, and just listen and watch more and more and more. It's a loop of energy sucking, right? Exactly, because they're just telling you this is what your card says. This is what is your your twin flame. They're secretly watching you from afar, but they're scared to come. What? My twin flame? No. As soon as I meet my twin flame, she's not going to be scared. She's not going to be sitting there all timid and she's going to say, hey. I'm going to say, hey. And then it's going to be over with from there. And we're just going to click. All right. Like all of this, And that's the thing, too. The level of you deciding what you want to experience and how you want to experience and who you are and what you're going to do and whether this and whether that. And this, it's all for you to figure out between your creator and why you're here and why it's you and how you. And it's not about, everything else, Like, that's why meditation, literally, all anybody needs to do is meditate for an hour a day. Just keep it at an hour. in the beginning, in the end, whatever. Just learn to do an hour, get to an hour, keep doing an hour, and you're going to figure out everything you need to know, and trust me, take it from an air sign who's all over the place, wanting to do everything I possibly can. How do I find out what to actually do? Well, I just stop doing anything and everything. And then I get yelled at. What are you doing? You're not doing nothing, just sitting around? Sure. Whatever the world always says. It's too funny. Morena. What am I thinking? Big pun? Hello, Morena. Pulling the same cards week after week. Yeah, because the loop in action of listening cards, right? The cards can't complain if people don't start doing something, right? Exactly. That's such a good point. And I noticed that too. I noticed that on my shows. That's why I talk about how I feel sometimes like I'm just talking about the same thing over and over, because we're already at a point consciously and with our awareness that people are still struggling and climbing and trying to get to, and they're trying everything under the sun in order to get there. And the one thing, right, to do it is to stop trying everything and be quiet. It's like, I was outside this morning, like I said, I saw the Jim Carrey quote and I'm on my phone and then they hit me, spirit, whatever. It's like, put the phone down. I'm like, all right, fine, put it down. And then I just sat there and I said, so what are we going to do now? So you just want to talk about some more stuff? Say, yeah, sure. So I just sat outside and talked with spirit, and it was great. Because then what you find is the conversation that you need to have to feel better, to iron out things, to understand whatever you want to understand. If you have questions, or even if you just want to feel better, you wake up, maybe you're having your coffee, you're checking your social medias or whatever, you're checking your friends out, what they're doing, and then all of that can do all this stuff, right? Like, so people are waking up in the morning, they're being shown what to see and what to hear and what to think, right? And then they go to bed. If you're watching tarot, then they're being told what to see. But even if you're doing tarot cards, you're going to bed now and you're like, oh, what's my twin flame doing? Or what's my, you know what I mean? You're going to, but when you stop and you have that conversation by yourself with yourself, you get the answers that you're looking for because you find the path that makes you feel good. So instead of saying like, oh, right, where's my twin flame? And where they do what she, how, whatever. And then I'm listening to something and then I'm thinking, if I say it to myself, right now, I'm going to go through, like I just said a minute ago, right? As soon as I see my twin flame, she's not going to be all timid, scared, lying, hiding things, women and their skeletons, holy shnikes. You need to empty that shit out. You got way too many. And it's like mine's going to be blunt up front. And if, how do I know that? Because I know that. It's not because I listen to a tarot card reader person. It's because I know who I am. I remember who I am. My family type of people is my family type of people, right? Okay. And then that doesn't mean we all can't be friends and we all can't be family too. But again, and that's why so many things crash and burn, because we keep trying to figure them out with human stuff and put human stuff on it. And it's not. The whole reason we're all here is a spiritual existence. That's why it don't work. That's why the system ain't working, and it's breaking down as we speak, and it's going to change. That's why none of it has been working, because we didn't stop listening to our souls, man. And of course, that doesn't mean, like I say, I'll be a first one right away. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta be careful. They always say, "Oh, your ego defends you from." Yeah, it defends me. Yeah, that's what we need down here. Like how many times have we all, right? Like, trust somebody again. We have our first love. I don't know, high school, let's say, right, or something. And then another one in your 20s, and then another one, maybe two in your 20s. Or something, and then by your early 30s, and we're okay, trust again. Spirit says I need to open my heart and trust again. Well, I did, and it didn't work out again. So is it my heart that's supposed to be guiding me, right? And then you have to think, what was it, a lesson that you had to be for them? Or was it, You know what I mean? And then all this stuff again, you know? And so this is what happens when we're constantly looking at what to do, how to do it, and how to justify life, and what it is, what it's not, how I'm supposed to be, just stop, just stop. The best thing you could do for yourself is put all the TV and phones and everything down, because then when you're sitting there with just you're going to have to figure out how to live again. And you're going to have to figure out where to get food and where to get stuff like that, right? That's why we lost track of how to grow our own food and like where the fresh water sources are. You know, it's all just piped in, you know, so nobody worries about that stuff anymore. And it's like, but then we have food shortages, water shortages, crisis, and people don't know what to do, right? Because we keep watching, so we keep thinking reality is some television show, you know what I mean? Or we keep thinking it's, you know, like we're America, so you know, we can come here and be however you want to live, whatever life you want to live, and be however you. No, you are affecting the earth like right now, and the earth's like, you know, the way you live is always being counted in you know. But this idea like, oh, just leave me alone, let me go home. No more. Like, no, this Lion's Gate, no more. All right, I'm gonna stop blabbing for a second. The first video I ever made is everything I've been repeating for 3.5 years now, just different background words and clothes. Wow, that's it, G, you got it. That's what I'm saying. That's why we feel the way we've always felt about all of this stuff. Like, come on, let's get it going. Because we're still having to explain. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm still explaining the same thing that I've been explaining since I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, you know, with obviously more understanding, you know, than a child would have. But I almost feel like I could explain it better as a kid. But when I was a kid and didn't have the words, it was just looks. Like, I was much more, you just know by looking at my, like, I do a lot of different faces, you know, I like man of many faces, like goofy faces. I love all that kind of, you know. So like you can always tell, you know, if you know how to read me and you know how I block and how I misdirect and you know all these things, then you can. But it's like, yeah, I feel like I've been saying this my whole life, and we're so Spirit says we're now we're going to do it. The world, okay, sure. Okay, well, whenever they want. I mean, I don't know. And that's why I feel like what I want to create more than anything is like the whole system. Like, I don't want to just do, you know, these one things here and there. We gotta set up like something real for everybody, not just, hey, book a thing with me and then I'll tell you, you know, magic stuff, you know, which is fine. That's kind of what this is in a layman's way of describing it all. But you know, how many tarot cards, how many tarot readings, how many readers does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Well, I don't know. I'm 37 years in, and I don't think any spiritual people came before me made it that far either. I mean, I know there are some, and I know they have, and most of the real ones are quiet, because look what happened to Bruce Lee once he started talking about it. Bruce Lee got quieted once he started, right? So, yeah. So, you know, getting the uniting the clans, getting the spiritual community together, not this is who I am. I need to be over here. These are my people. You know what I'm saying? We're all each other's people. We're all on the freaking councils. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, but that's what happens. What do they say? Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? The bigger you get, the more humble you need to remember to be, you know. Oh, love you, G. Taking off. Oh, yay. Going to the beach. Awesome. Yeah, have fun, man. Whoa. What is it? Oh, why can't we be friends? Right to do it exactly, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to just share the energy with you guys. I really want to do like in-person ones, because then it's like I can show you, you know what I mean? But we'll see. So we'll pull some cards and we'll get out of here. I'll get out of your hair for today. You guys can go do your things. Chicken wings. I didn't have coffee this morning, so it's like, was it 1:47 over here in the afternoon? I finally caved. I haven't had some in a while, actually. I think I got a Starbucks like 3 or 4 days ago. But yeah, coffee, meh. I do love some dark black coffee though. All right, let's see. Let's do for the week ahead and what people need to know about the week ahead. Yeah. Crow, we got the crow. I'm gonna bust out the crow. Crow always knows. For the collective, where we at, where we going, what are people, what are the collective, what are the people that see my videos need to know? That's gonna help us. Because why are we doing it? Are we doing that for the whole collective? I mean, half of them ain't even watching. Oh, third. Akuya Saban. That's my okay, so first one. Oh, I thought it said tower. First one is the six of wands, followed by the emperor. And we got the 5 of cups. Is it 5 of cups? Ooh. All right, see what I'm saying? That's what happens. That's what happens. All right, so 7. Did I say 5, 6? Okay, I can count good. Perched in the center of a laurel wreath, the crow bathes in the light of the sun, symbolizing victory. The flock of crows below offers her respect and admiration. This crow comes to you as acknowledgement of your hard work and brings an encouraging message. Not only will you find success in your future endeavors, you'll also garner the respect and admiration of others. So this is about standing on your laurels. 6, everything you created, right? This is you, your creation. Remember what your creations are. They're yours. I can't tell you what they are. Someone else can't tell you what they are. Okay? Not your family, your friends, nobody. We can help point you. We can help tell you what we see. It might be close, but only you know what are your abilities? What is your skills? What have you achieved? Right? That anyone would be like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. Like, you know how to live off the land. You know how to live off of $500 a month. You know what I mean? Like, that's an achievement. That's an achievement. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, you know how to do a good ass cartwheel, right? Like, if this would be me down here, I'd be like, yo, gymnast, right? This is you, gymnast. We're all watching the gym. It's not about higher or lower, it's about the respect and the appreciation for what it is that you have learned, what your gifts are, what your success, what you're creating, right? And then we're all, and this I see as support. We're all here to support. We're all here to send love and be like, dude, you did it. We see you. We see what you did, right? And we love you for it because we know it wasn't easy, right? So know whatever you did, wherever you're at, right? You're still alive. That's half the battle right there. You half won, right? We just got to figure out the rest. Figure out how to make it day to day, month to month, year to year. You're going to be all right. Oh, excuse me, cracked your neck. All right. So appreciate yourself, right? Stand in your laurels. Know what it is that you've created. Know what it is that you've done. And don't let anybody else tell you. If they're going to heckle you, throw them out, right? Only your friends are here to support you, right? Like, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Emperor. The Emperor. He's got the sword. Look at, he's got wings on his wing. He's got feathers on his feathers. He's like, he had to fight the last emperor to get. No, I'm just kidding. Right. Let's do what number is the emperor? I don't even know right now. 5, 6, 4. So we got 6, 4, and 5 because the next one's the 5 of cups. Wow. Father-like authority, fair-minded, wisdom, protective. The emperor represents masculine father energy, whereas in the Empress offers abundant love and nurturing. The Empress brings a solid foundation of order and rules that provides security and stability. The crow stands on a sword, a symbol of power, protection, authority, strength, and courage. The ram head on the throne represents leadership and initiative. The emperor's energy brings order to chaos. He's not a dictator or a taskmaster. He is, however, a strong leader who commands devotion through wisdom and integrity. Crows are known for passing information through their DNA to future generations to protect them from possible dangers. The emperor sits on his throne ready to share his knowledge to ensure all around him stay safe. Channel his power in times of uncertainty. Through fearless determination and expertise, it will manifest success. Yep. See what I mean? Am I not just saying how this is like me almost? Because like I want to teach you guys stuff, right? And I just want to share, what do they say, wisdom and integrity, right? Like what I've learned and how it worked for me. That's it. That's all. That's what an emperor is. You know what I mean? Like otherwise, right? Otherwise, you're doing it wrong. That's just my opinion. All right, let's go to 5 of Cups, which is, it's like 6 standing on your 6 of Wands, standing on your laurels. 5 of Cups stands in the riverbanks, consumed with loss and unable to find the path out of despair. Because his focus is directed only on what he has lost, he's unable to see the riches in his life. 5 of Cups suggests that you move away from a mindset of lack and look for areas in your life that are positive. Message is 5 of Cups: replace feelings of scarcity with gratitude. Exactly, right? So boom, it's literally like back to back, right? This is you, but this is what people, because we're moving into all of this stuff. People are thinking that we're losing things, but we're actually finding things, right? The scholar learns one new thing per day, and the monk, the master, whatever, lets go. Or wait, yeah, scholar learns, master lets go of one thing every day. And so that's what's happening. So people are going to see all these cups falling over, right? But they're going to forget, like, oh, I have my health. I have friends, wherever they're at in the world. You know what I mean? It's like I have, I have my soul and my spirit and my guides. I have all this land. I have, whatever else I need. But we're sitting here looking at, like, it's like the idea, oh no, politics. It's like literally, if we never had politics ever again, I would be a happy person. But there's a lot of people who will see politics and go like crashing and go, oh no, the whole world's falling in the whole sky. And I'm just like, yes, the whole world's falling, like they're not the whole world, because it's not, but it's what people are focused on. It's real simple. Think about that. The things that we do spiritually, because we come into more awareness here, more awareness there, more about this, more about that. So it's like, and then on the bottom we had Page of Pentacles. Yeah, of course we did. Page of Pentacles. All right, geez, you just had to. All right, fine, we're reading it because this is the page. An abundant, lush garden, the Page of Pentacles sits on the flowering branch. She allows the energy of blossoming life to enter her spirit as she gazes in the pentacle. Envisioning the path she wishes to travel, she holds in her mind's eye clear vision for that which she wants to manifest. The Page of Pentacles message is to achieve the success you want, you will need to spend time developing a clear view and preparing for where the road may lead. With this skill, you'll be able to achieve your desire, and this is where the magic happens. So exactly, you guys, like, this is totally what we're. And then look, then the Devil, Knight of Swords, and then the 4 of Wands. So yeah, no, it's all you, baby. It's all you. It's all you. Letting something go. Page of Pentacles, right? Letting the old go. There's still a lot of people in the spiritual communities that are learning, that have a lot to let go of still, right? But the main thing that I want us to protect, what I want to protect you guys from, if I can, just by making you aware of it, is not getting caught up in the traps. All right, let's see what the Oracle from the Messenger book deck's going to be. I got my aminals out here. Drop off these cards and skedaddle. There's 1. There's 2. I was just going to stop at the 1, We're doing 3s today because it's the magic number. All right. 3 it is. Where's that one fell? Hold on. Let's go right now. So, first we have Reveal Your Truth. Bada bing, bada boom. We all know what that is. Stop hiding behind the mask. Otherwise, you'll never get there. There'll always be a mask. Challenge your perception. There goes that one too. I got light. I tried to put the light. I tried to fix it so it's a little better. Challenge your perception. She's killing it. And then lastly, what does it want to say? Be vigilant. So we got 34, 5, and 3. Be vigilant. That pretty much sums it up again too, right? What's he doing? He's protecting the tree, right? That's his tree. Ain't got no leaves on it yet, but it's gonna. Don't touch my tree, okay? Right? So reveal your truth, challenge your perception, and be vigilant, right? Love yourself, I would say, to add to that. What's on the bottom? What's on the bottom? Of course, let go of the old. And it's a peacock. Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself. Do not fear the unknown. Seek the lesson. Time to ground. Stay strong. Honor Gaia. Embrace spirit. Perfect. I love this deck. This deck is really cool. It's like one of the first decks I got. Then we're gonna go over to the next one. Ooh, on the next one. Odin. We gotta do Odin. Last time we got Odin, he was almost mad that I skipped him. I know, I'm sorry. I would never do such things. Hey, now. 1 or 2 or 3? Or 2 or 3? 1 or 2 or 3? 2. Give us one more. All right. 2 more. Okay. 2. It's 2. You guys are funny. All right. So first one we got is the Rune Ehwaz. It's a rune. It looks like it might be a place. It looks like the seasons. Ehwa. There's runes. Runes. Give me the runes. Oh, I might have gone past it. On. Put it down. Otherwise, I can't scroll. Yep. Transition, changing circle seasons. When we watch the sun travel across the sky, we can see how the time we can see over time how it shifts with the seasons. This card suggests that your path has come full circle. There's a season for everything. We all live by the cycles of the sun, and this rune indicates that you completed a cycle. You're now ready to move forward with a new project, idea, or creation. The sun's path defines progress on Earth and the growth of all life. You're entering a new cycle of change. Prepare for a physical shift or a change of perspective. It will be as if you've climbed a mountain range and come down the other side with an entirely new view. Don't be afraid of facing this new mountain. You've been here before, right? Yes, sir. That's for everybody. It's hard to do. There's a lot of new that needs to be created, and there's a lot of people that are still stuck in the old and don't know how to create the new. You know, no offense. I had to learn how to do it too, right? But it starts from inside you. It doesn't start from out there. Anything out there is not new. It's already out there. You know what I mean? Or, everything new starts from inside, and it's only new to you if you haven't seen it before. It doesn't mean so true new is in you. The true new, right? It's doing stuff, right? That's why I like saying I don't know. I'd be doing stuff. Let's see. But the right stuff, you know what I mean? Not just, like I want to do things that enhance life, right? Like when I meditate and I'm building my lower, my dantian, my lower, my mid, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I want to do. I want to sit around and go, oh, it's like we call these really weird sounds, guys. You guys are gonna love it. Wait till I show you guys. And if you don't make the sound, you won't feel the same. I'm telling you, like, it's time for people to get over all their embarrassments about whatever, doing Tai Chi in the park and people see you. No one cares anymore. Okay. Seriously, you need to do it. It's like a part of the releasing, you want to loosen up. You want to use sound because sound travels through your voice, it vibrates, right? So letting go, exhales, and so you get a group, and then you got a whole group of moaning people just it's hilarious, but if you don't make the sound, it doesn't move the same. I'm telling you guys. Because you vibrate it, and then it will move through your body, and with the right pitch and the right tone, it'll move to certain places. Stuff is so cool, guys. All right, hold on. Midgard, Earth. Midgard, second one. Earth, home to the humans. Midgard is the central enclosure and home to humanity. The Old Norse mythology, Midgard is a flat disk with deep oceans surrounding it. At the edge of the vast oceans is the land that was given to the giants. The stronghold that was the center of Earth had a wall around it to protect the human race. The wall was made from the giant Ymir's eyebrows. The gods destroyed his body. His blood became the oceans, his bones in the mountains, and heaven was created from his skull. All frost giants come from Ymir. Midgard is a complicated place. It reflects complexity created as a result of the gods killing one of their own. It also sets the tone for the violence and disruption found on Earth, right? Volcanic activity, earthquakes, storms, tornadoes, hurricanes, and the like are the nature of Midgard. Drawing this card indicates turbulent time ahead for you. All life on Earth must learn to adapt and adjust to the climate. You too must adapt to your surroundings while staying true to your authentic self. Learn to ride the wave. In essence, this card is about adapting to new environments. Nice. Right on point. What's happening? Earth doing what? Cycles, full circle cycles on Earths. Lastly, we have visitors. Or are you magic? I think you're the gods. Yes, you are. The kid, Gefjun. I haven't had these guys. Gefjun is the virgin goddess. She serves women in the afterlife who died unmarried. Gefjun is believed to have birthed several children with a giant. In Norse mythology, sex with giants was forbidden, but it turns out that it is a line that gets crossed more than once. As in all stories about women, it is also written that she was a whore. Gefjun symbolizes truth. Many stories are told, but the truth lies in the heart. Women have been placed in the archetypal role of either a virgin or a not virgin for centuries, often resulting in their persecution. When you draw this card, it suggests there's an opportunity for you to work through your karma and find the truth of who you are. Gefjun urges you to be true to yourself, stand tall, and not be defined by the opinion of others, cultural beliefs, or traditional roles. Dang. She got a crown. Look at it. She got a crown and everything. She said, "You go, girl. You do yours. You shake that booty." Because that's the whole point too. Like we don't think that other beings like the party or like the like we gotta stop judging anything and everything as these humans as if like we even know what's like good or bad. No offense, I'm just saying. It's a joke. I try to make jokes. Like anybody tells you they know what's best for you, tell them to go for a ride around the block and come back here, and then I'm not going to be waiting for you. Cool. And then these cards that I love, because that's what it's all about, man. Like I was talking grounding recently, right? Getting us to that place, getting yourself to that place that you want to be, where you live, that you want to live, and you want to, right? And that's not, and you got to figure it out. We all got to figure it out. for ourselves. So keep doing, focus, be vigilant, protect your tree. Know what you want. Set your damn sights already and go. No more wishy-washy. No more, I don't know how to help people. I don't know what the world, I don't, you know what I mean? Or like, I don't know who this angel is. Who cares? Who cares? Just go do something. Feel good. Feel good. Be good. Right? Feel good. Do good and you'll feel good. Be good and you'll feel good. Speak good. Speak well about yourself. Speak well about your friends. Speak well about your family. Right? If you can't, in reality, and it's like, whoa, then say, hey, that happened. And I know that it's part of the lesson to get better. It's part of the growth. Like, just no more of this. There's all this. Oh, you would pop out with you guys. Like, you know what? Whatever. Check it out. I like it. I think these are, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to flip them out. Okay. One more. Two more, I said. Fine. Okay, so these are like the last two in one, the last one, the two cards. Okay. Imbalance in positive polarity. Past, Pleiades. Exactly what we're talking about. I don't even want. I'm done. My job's here, so I never explain it to everybody. I'm done. Can I go home now? I'm not even reading the rest of the cards because it's just done. You know what I mean? Past. What do we do? Past. Imbalance in positive, right? Because we're being lied to this whole time. Be like this. Be like that. You said a cuss word. You know what I mean? So oh no, that means, you know what I mean? Like, we need to put you in a room away from the rest of the class, and you need to go to the special school because you cuss too much and you're a teenager. Like, whatever. It's an imbalance in what's positive. You know what I mean? 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go. So 3. What are we doing? 3 nines. Look, now we got 38 going right behind it. Pleiades, past was the last one. Okay, so Orion. And then what is this? Black League patterning. So if you guys never heard about the Black League, oh, you know what? They probably got it. They'll tell you right here on the card. I'll bet you. Here, let's read them. I usually don't read these all the time. Let's read them. So let's start with this one. In ancient Pleiadian history, one of the core lessons of the species had to do with denying the shadow side within. They only wanted to focus on the positive and habitually suppress their dark aspects. It's important to recognize and embrace all aspects, dark and light, in your life now. Try to see where you suppress the darkness inside, such as emotions or pain that you don't want to feel. See it, love it, and dialogue with it. Use it as part of your growth. In doing so, you will heal many old habits and patterns from lifetimes past on Earth and in the stars. That's the whole point. So I told you guys about the inner smile on the last video, whatever last. Was it last? I don't know. Because you can change how everything affects you when you smile to it. You know what I mean? When you go inside and you're emotional or your physical pain, anything, mental blockage, anything, a blockage, just cheat blockage. It's just a blockage. And then you love it. And you say, hey, yeah, you're right that you're blocked because of that messed up thing that happened in our past trauma, whatever. You're right. But I love you and I want you to make it through this. I love you and I need you. You're my body. I love you. We're still here. We still got work to do, baby. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Right? That's what you get. You get smile. You're transmuting it just by doing that. So this is why I talked about the inner smile. I'm going to make a video. We're going to do meditation, inner smile. I'm going to put it all out. I don't know, $5, maybe $10 on Patreon a month. So you guys can get them all, but I'm going to do a lot. So I just want to be fair. And then I don't know. And it's all coming from my giant course that I'm creating. So, but I'm piecing it all together as we go. It's a lot. I don't know when it's going to be ready. I honestly stopped. I like talking about it because I'm excited, but then I don't have anything. So I don't really, I do, I'm just going to wait. So yeah, imbalance in the positive polarity, right? You need both. It's like you're a positive dude, and then the guy comes and messes with your family, and now you're gonna go wreck him. Are you supposed to wreck him? Maybe. Now, should you not have to? Yes, but sometimes in life, doesn't work that way, right? So that's the whole thing. It's like, oh, I'm a pacifist. Yeah, you're gonna be a pacifist when these knuckles hit your face. You know what I mean? Like, you better, if you're gonna you better duck. You better know how to dodge and evade really well. But life on Earth, and then that's the whole thing. Where's the reality check? Where's the tough love? Where's the whole, and then everybody's just floating around going peace and love, peace. No. That's not what it is. Have you been looking? How well's your missionaries going? Like, look at the world. We're here. So it seems like we made it all the way to Revelation. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much missionary work everybody tried to do. Even Jesus tried, and they crucified his ass. Are we forgetting where we're at? So when Spirit tells me, oh, be nice, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be nice. Are you sure? Are you giving me the okay to go be nice? Watch. you should not let me do anything, is what you should say. Don't tell me to be nice or to not be nice, because my way of nice is my way of nice. So and I know my audience that I'm speaking to. I know them. I'm not here to manipulate them or cater it to how they need to, so that they can, that's why I said earlier what Jim Carrey said it. He said, men fall in love with what they see, women fall in love with what they hear. That's why women wear makeup and men lie. Exactly. It's a great, hey, it's not always the case, but it's a great observation, Mr. Jim. All right. So it's the words, it's what you say. Are you blah, 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 blah. I could say, and I've talked about this in my past with the relationships. Like, I've said every relationship I've been in, there's always been like maybe once a week, at least once a month, where we had to have an hour-long conversation. I had to re-explain that I still love them and nothing's really changed, but they needed to hear that all over again, And so it's one of those things where it's like, so as a woman, I don't know, are you just listening for what you want to hear as guys? Are you just looking, right, for what it is that flip that, right? As I've always said a lot of times when it comes to the girls, like, they're just pretty and that's it, or something, or not to pick on them, but like, what I'm looking for is what I hear from a woman, right? What I think a woman would, and then what a woman say about men. They like a guy who cleans up nice and whatever. They like how you look too, so it's just like, we gotta catch up with what we're doing, why we're doing it, and like why. Think about all these things that's programmed in our how to find a mate, what attracts us. It's programmed into us, and we have to fix that. Like, I don't even know why. The only reason we need to fix this is because people lying. Men are lying with the words and women lying with the makeups. So ain't nobody getting anywhere if we keep going off of our true instincts and intuition, where it's like, yeah, like if I, you know what I mean? Like, if I talk to every pretty girl, like, it'd be ridiculous. I don't even have time for that. I don't even want to do that. You know what I mean? But just because they're, or a guy, any guy who couldn't talk, he's got this, it's like, so that's it. That's all you wanted. Like that's all I wanted. That's all. We got to catch up, guys. We really got to catch up. And I mean, I guess that's when you're young, I guess. But I see it at people in their 60s and 50s that are still doing it. I still get messenger messages, like, at least once a week from some random girl that I've never known. The new ones that are coming, you got to watch because they're scams. The new one is, I'll get a text message and it'll say like, "Hey John, we still on for tomorrow to meet up for lunch?" And then I'm like, the last one said, "Yeah, meet me at Subway at 5. Right? And then they said, "Oh, wrong number. Oh, no, you didn't know that." And then they said, "Well, hi, my name's Kate, and I believe that fate is why I had the wrong number." You know what I mean? And I'm like, "No, thank you." And then they go. But it's like, I don't know. We got, like, you want to help, but what are we gonna do? I don't know. They all gotta learn. We all gotta learn. Right? What they say about TikTok, ticks, right? And then talk, or what was it? I can't remember. Something about talk, and then something else. It's not a clock. It was something. I don't know. Okay. Oh, black lead. Hold on. Black lead. So first imbalance and positive with the Pleiadians in the past. And then we had in the past the Black League patterning. Right. So this is what happened with a lot of the stars, the fighters in the Starseed, because the Black League, hold on. Okay, here. The secret Orion society fighting the negative forces was called the Black League. They operated covertly and were a major force for inspiration and hope. A pop culture metaphor would be like the Jedi Knights from Star Wars. You have had experience with this group, and this latent tendency of resisting authority or fighting for peace is a deep karmic pattern. Today, it is important that this polarity of us versus them be healed. Shift your focus away from light and dark scenarios. Begin to see reality in a unified way, with all manifestations being an equal and valuable part of creation itself. Yeah, so the commentary says this is kind of long, but it's more on the Black League. A term referring to the resistance groups that formed during the darkest times in Orion. These groups were usually run by priests who practiced Vega, the star system, not plants, vegan mysticism, and who were also warriors as well. These groups ultimately helped change the consciousness within the Orion system so it could transform, but not without a struggle. They also had to learn the folly of living in polarity, which is what you do when you fight darkness. So even though the Black League and the Orion civilization as a whole eventually transcended polarity and healed itself, many beings who had lives there brought this polarized energy to Earth, and is still playing out here. On Earth, we can see it playing out through secret societies who believe they fight for freedom from tyranny, religious extremist groups who believe they are liberating people, and any group or person who views reality in a polarized way and fights against the side as they label as negative. Right. This only perpetuates the polarity. If this card comes up into your reading, it usually comes up with other Orion cards. No, but I'm not doing like a full spread. I don't know. Where is that? Oh, I just lost my space. Hold on. Usually comes with or cards with a similar theme. Okay, yeah, right. Imbalance at 39 and 38. Okay, past. It is most likely suggesting that you look at your view of reality and how you might see it in a polarized way, encouraging you to begin to view reality more unified, and that there's a greater balance that perhaps you can't see. It's like it is asking you to totally transform your life from one polarity to one of unity, from polarity to unity. Exactly. That's huge. This is what's happening. This is what needs to happen. There's a lot of that needs to happen, right? And knowing that you've healed that because you understand this stuff. Right. That's why this is why I can't wait. Like I'm always trying to level the playing. I don't care if you're getting too high up, I'm bringing you down. If you're getting too low, I'm gonna bring you back up. You know, we gotta unify first, which is a unified vibration. We gotta get there first. Nobody needs to go a million light years into the future, okay, and leave everyone else out here. And nobody needs to, stay in sad all the time or negative all the time, or let's see. So the last two that popped out together was 4 and 102. So alchemy with a parallel, Asani, and then Andromeda parallel, confusion. Ooh, interesting. Let's see. Let's check these out. 4. Confusion, Andromeda, parallel. We often feel safe and secure when things stay the same. When things change, we feel a profound sense of disorientation or confusion until we can realign ourselves in a new reality and build a map for navigating it. To help us process, try and see that often the same messages are being given to you in different packages. No kidding. Find the continuity in these different messages and you will ease the confusion. Confusion is the only fear that you don't have a map for the reality in which you find yourself. Andromedans are masters of change and rising above confusion. Let their energy guide you. Cool. Constant change. The card before it says, in order to understand this card, you must understand the concepts explained in card 3 before this, which is literally the same. It's just 3 and change. It's Andromeda and it's parallel. Yeah, so confusion. Why is it saying confusion? Because things are changing. It's just what we're going through now. It's a parallel, right? Perfect. That's what's happening right now. Parallel. All right. But what's also happening right now, parallel, Alchemy by Lasani. Hold on. 102. So there's a lot of cards in this deck. Oh, I'm going to go to back. I'll go to the last card. What is it? 108. 108. This is the 102. Alchemy. Reality is created through our conscious and unconscious thoughts, emotions, and intents. When they are aligned, we become the reality that we prefer. As long as we're following our excitement, which represents the natural flow of the universe. Excuse me, Bert. This essential Asani teaching is a process of alchemy, but it means that we must look at our self-sabotaging behaviors and confront our shadows, knowing ourselves fully. Only then can we come into full alignment with our true selves. This card means it's time for you to take this step. Clean up unfinished business, be free, and embrace synchronicity. I think that's really important. Because like I say, what did they say? Reality, when we're aligned, we do what we prefer, follow your excitement, natural flow, process of alchemy, but we must look at our self-sabotaging behaviors. It's the whole point of like all of this. It's everything we're doing. Knowing yourself, knowing why you're doing it, knowing where it's coming from. And then all you got to do to fix it isn't some drastic, it doesn't need to come from outside. You don't need to read another tarot video. You just smile to it. Right? You have pain in your body. You don't say, ew, you're disgusting, go away, get out of me. That's just going to make it hurt even more. Think of a child. Think of anybody, not even a child, person. You tell people you hate them, they're not going to feel good. They're not going to like you. Just, right? The body, you ever seen that quote? I think Bruce Lee, this quote said it. The body doesn't know the difference with the words that you speak, right? It doesn't understand sarcasm. If you say, I am beautiful, that's what you will become. Your body will respond to those words because that's what you just told it. That's what you just felt it. People, right? This is why I like talking about this stuff, because I'm always here to tease, and I'm always going to pull your legs or whatever and say the things to test people, right? But knowing how to, because you need to know how to how to affect yourself by what other things are saying, what other people are saying. You need to know how to go through that. You need to know how to, okay, no, I don't care what you just said, right? And you smile, right? Like, your body, you don't say, I don't want you here. You say, I want you here. And what do you need from me? When you have emotional, right? It's like psychology, emotional therapy. What do people need? They just need to cry. 9 times out of 10, they need just a really good cry. And to be heard and to be understood. And then, how to build from there, how to start putting the pieces back together, or not back together from a bad situation, but to new pieces. But you know what I mean? Because a lot of times we don't know what to do. We don't know where to go after, it's like when I was, my party phase, and then I stopped. I remember like waking up the one day just being like, I don't know what to do. It was myself anymore. I gotta go see if they're out at the spot. I gotta make some phone calls, see what everybody's doing. I gotta go to the convenience store. I just gotta go. I don't even need to do it. I just need to be there. I don't know what to do with myself, right? It's like, because you're so used to those patterns, right? So what are your patterns? Make new patterns, right? I've been doing that a lot lately with myself. Just making my new patterns, Make your patterns. Stop self-sabotaging. Stop all of that. What is this? Okay, and then there you go on the bottom. Look at 99, mirror reflection. Zeta Reticuli future. What kind of future are you creating, bros? That's what it is. That's what it is right there. 99. Look at. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I like when I do tarot cards. I might want to, I want to do tarot cards now. Like, I know I'm teasing all the readers, right? Like, I kind of want to do them too, but I think I don't want to do them like for all of Aries and Pisces and, and then we're just going to do them, for the whole month, like those are cool. I love them too. I watch them too, but maybe just do one-on-ones, or maybe weeklies. Weeklies might be okay, but they're not specific enough. It's like there's 6-7 billion people and we got 12 zodiac signs, right? That's these card readings aren't even close to what year specific thing. I mean, you know, they're just general. That means there's what? So 6 billion and then 12. So it's 7 billion, whatever. So it's half. So it's what? 500 million people, right? Are all Libras. 500 million are all, that's more than the population in America. That's like, you know what I'm saying? This is kind of funny. What was it, 99? Excuse me, that's the water. I got that coffee taste. One of the reasons for the fearful Zeta encounters, one of the reasons for the fearful Zeta encounters humans has had. How is that a different one now? Did I take? Dude, what just happened? Where'd I put it? Guys, see what they did? See what they did to me? They're messing with me right now. Okay, we just had 99, right? And I just went like this, and now I'm doing it again, and it's not 99. Okay, so help me. Where's 99? Dude, I'm going to go through this whole deck right now. I don't even know where it went. Did it just like steal it? Okay, so let's say, let's go to the back side. Okay, so it's not on the bottom anymore. Okay. Was it on the, did I put it on the front? No. That's not even one of our cards. Is that one of our cards? No. Is that one of our cards? No. Is that? No. Is that? No. Is that? Deep polarity? No. Loving home? No. Coming full circle? Where the hell is the 99 card? Okay, give me 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's over. Did I put it? It's not on the box. It wouldn't be in the Odin deck. It's got to be right here. Nope, it's not in here either. Okay, guys. I don't know. I'm going to have to find this after the show because I'm going to have to go through every single card. At least remember what it was. One of the few, yeah, it was Zeta Reticuli mirror reflection. What is those dudes? Future, right? So, but that's how I say that's how I do tarot cards. Because, like, these things just, like, this lines up for me for what I'm saying. Like, I like these, I like do tarot cards. I like the way I do tarot. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like these are legit and on point. And not that the other ones aren't, but this is, like, really, I really like, it's fun. All this stuff's fun. One of the reasons for the fearful encounters humans had in the past was so we could look into the reflection they represent and see ourselves. Yeah, well, usually that doesn't work. Just typically the first time, does it? It's so weird, right? This is why we got to understand how a universe works, right? More and more. You know? If you told me as a kid everyone outside of me is a reflection of myself, I might have figured things a little more out because they're not always, you know. They were a major force to help humans confront their species' fears. Is that what we've done? Major force to help humans confront their species' fears. Well, we're going to need more help. Zeta Reticuli. My phone's ringing. Is it? I feel like my phone's ringing. Oh, I think it's Messenger. Stop calling me. I'm doing live. This card asks you to begin looking at your fears, a reflection of what you need to see. Don't look away. As you look fear in the eye, you can begin to see transformation and that you have all the answers you will need. Let fear transform into love as the Zetas did. Cool. Guys, where did you put that card? It's tripping me out. Did you even see that? I don't even know where the card's gone from the deck. Like, I'm going to have to, did I just like mix it into the middle or something? I don't know. All right, guys, I guess that's it for today. Very, very important to the members. Oh, okay, there's alchemy, confusion. Here they are, black lead, imbalance, mirror reflection. Okay, sheesh. It was me. It was me. It's my fault. I knew it. Okay, I put it with the other ones when I put it back into the card. Oh, that was scary. But see, it happens without me noticing, right? That's how he messed with me. Although I lost the phone once back at an old apartment I used to live in and never found it again. And I know I was in the apartment, but that's gone forever. So, all right, guys, been an hour and 20. been blabbing long enough. Let's go. That's all I got to say. Let's go. Let's like cut out all the BS, cut out all the negative, the doubt, the whatever, the this, the that. And I can't wait till we're all hanging out again, man. I really can't. Till next time. All right. Cheers, everybody. Much love, much light. And I'll see you guys. Hopefully, I'll do a crypto video today or tomorrow or something of this sort. Because, like I said, there's a lot of things that are happening that I want you guys to be a part of if you can. So I want to extend that offer to you guys. And since you guys are the loving community that I love and that, are always coming saying, hey, so yeah, I want us to really set up things. So there's a lot in store. I'm excited. So work on what you want to do. Work on how you want to be. Work on, and share it with the world so the world knows what you want to do, right? It's kind of like, it's like they say, got to put yourself out there. Otherwise, nobody knows who you are or what, or what you want to create. There's a lot of things, a lot of people out there that are awesome creations, that there are a lot of awesome people who would love to create those things with you too, and so we're coming together, right? One day at a time. A lot of things are changing, hopefully extremely soon. And just keep flowing, keep going with the flow. Quit trying to nail it all down. Like I say, if you knew where to get water and food and shelter for the rest of your life, you're good. Hate to break it to you. Right? I mean, if you want a mansion and fame, go ahead. I'm not trying to say don't, I'm not trying to say don't do that. I think we all should have everything we've always wanted in life, but so that's my wish, right? Shout out Angel Fish. That's the star. We share that wish. Everybody, our wish is that everybody gets their greatest wishes. That's what it is. Because then we're all happy and we're all good. We're all hanging out. We're all having fun, or not. And if your wish is you want to be by yourself and alone all the time, then fine. And then you got your wish too. So it works out for everybody. You know what I mean? We're not here to judge. We're just here to help move people forward. But again, standing up, putting your foot down. That's the big thing, right? Not getting caught in all these silly spiritual traps. This is what it does, that. You know what I mean? Like, no. I'm done. Michael's done with the silly games, because we were talking about that last. I was talking about that last night. Spirit. It was like with the lessons. It was like countless example over and over. This lesson, that lesson, this lesson, and then how many times we're learning them over and over and over again throughout life. Guess what? You're not broke. Nothing's wrong with you. Okay, like if your lesson is like, oh, I trusted somebody, and then they did me wrong, and then I worked through it. I opened my heart again. I opened up again, my love, whatever. And then I trusted somebody again. And then they did me wrong again, right? Like you're not wrong for having your reaction the way it is, right? Like this, because this is what I say to Spirit all the time. I said, oh, so you wanted me to come here and share my love with the world. Okay, well, then start giving me people to share it with that are actually, not going to say it like, and I'll do it, right? Seems like everybody, I've so many people that I've had to share my love with just not knowing what I'm saying or thinking I'm weird or, and just not getting it. And so so be by myself? No, okay. You know what I mean? Like it just keeps happening. Like nothing, what's wrong with you? Nothing, just say what you want to say. Quit listening to what the society or the government or whoever's telling you what to say, and just say it and be yourself. Like my dream, like last night, who are you? Be your soul. Be the person that you are, that you see inside when you look at yourself, man. When you feel yourself, when you remember yourself, when you think of yourself when I think of myself coming to earth, I'm total Rasta, man. Like, give me a spliff in my mouth. Like that's how I see myself. I'm sorry. I always not condoning, drugs or anything like that, because it will lower your vibration. Okay. But it can snap your vibration out of lower if you haven't, but once you start working and you're raising your freak, it's going to bring you down. It just does. I don't care. I love all you guys. It just does. And until you realize it does, you're missing a lot of energy that you have in your body that you can still build on and and all this kind of stuff. So it's just the way it works. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. I'm not here to be worshipped, right? Whatever. The one guy who's the one, I'm gonna make a title for myself. I'm gonna call myself Grandmaster Galactic Spirit Ambassador, straight from the mouth of God. You know what I'm saying? They're epic and they're so fun. And when we can all joke about them, it's really fun. But then, when it gets too serious, so there's still a lot to learn with the people in the spiritual realm. A lot of people are hung up. Everybody was Cleopatra and King Arthur in their past life. Yeah, we know, right? Nobody was ever Joe the farmhand. My past life, I messed everybody. Man, I owned everything. I ruled everybody. I had everything. My past life, I was the king. I was the queen. No, you were probably the peasant with the pitchfork chasing after Frankenstein because you didn't know Frankenstein was your friend. But because you didn't know, because the Matrix, that's what happens a lot. More times than not, there's more of thems. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Anyways, I don't want to pop anybody's bubbles, although that's exactly what I want to do. So it's fun. It's interesting. It's interesting being here. What we're going to do, right? And the best thing we can do is smile and laugh. That's why I try, especially when you're popping these bubbles on people, you got to laugh and smile at them and say, it's okay. I'm sorry. Right? I don't know. I don't even want to think of examples. Say something shocking and go, it's okay. I think I said that was shout out Sarah. Sarah popped in here. I was talking with Sarah and we're laughing. We're like, yeah, the idea of 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, they're not just like these random concepts. We have 3D, we're in 3D now. How do we know this? You can measure it 3D, take a 2D square, put the little lines and then draw another square, or draw another square, then put the lines. Now it's 3D. Okay, why? Because we're seeing it with our perception. So hate to break it to everybody, again, not hate at all, it's just a saying, but there's a lot more than just 3. There's a 4th, and there's a 5th, and there's a 6th. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, really. So the fastest way for us to get there is to start talking like we are who we are. Remember, who talk like, be like, do like, all of it. Be the biggest weirdo you can be, right? But you don't even have to try to be weird because you're already going to be weird for everybody. So you don't have to try. Just go do it. Say it, right? What was it? They said it last night. Just walking next to the conversation. Go, Epstein thing, and then just walk off and just go, see whether, say something else. Jesus came over last night, and then just walk off and then just, just mess with me. It could be so much fun, but they said don't do that too much. I know we don't want to mess with her. I know it's too much, but that's why we gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Anytime it hurts, you gotta laugh it off, right? Kiddo falls, scrapes his knee. What you gotta do? You gotta get him to giggle. Gotta get him. He's tough. You can beat it, right? It's all in their mind. It's all in their mind. The kid can heal his whole body. He can boom, but he needs to hear it from his parents, right? He needs to know that it's real. Well, we know that it's real already now. Now practice. Get practicing, guys. Right? Figure out what you have to do. I was recently looking at how to become sovereign. So I got all these links, and there's a website where you can download all the forms that you need to send in to make yourself a sovereign. Well, for us, the United States, actual sovereign being of the United States, where we're not, no social security number, anything like that, right? And so it's out there, right? We got to do it. We got to do it. Right. Number one, I'm not trusting anybody else to do it. I'm only trusting you guys that I know. You know what I mean? First of all, it's let's go. Whatever we want to do, it's all going to happen because we're making it happen all the time. Every single time we hop on these shows, every single time I focus on what I want, you know. Spirit said, I had a tarot card reading, or I was reading a Libra one, or listening to, and they said, you know, deciding what you want and focus and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, man, I'm going to knock out Spirit right now, telling me I need to focus. I'm like, I've been focused on the same thing my whole life. Like, it's funny, you know, there's so many distractions. And then you go through life and you like this, you don't like this, right? You start to gain experience, things you like, things you don't like. You see more stuff, right? And then Spirit's going to say, oh, you need to decide. Listen, I've decided since I was a child and I've been here. And none of these systems has been anything like I've decided, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm kind of over focusing on what I want. Like, y'all need to come focus and do something. You tell me to focus my whole life. Feel like I talk about this my whole life. You know, I'm talking about the same thing my whole life. You know, it's like we all talk about family. You know how important family is, and then how many times we got to go through that doesn't mean it's your immediate family. Family could mean it's just your friends. You know, it's like, right, because families aren't even what this concept is that we keep saying they are. You know, there's, you know, in some cases, I mean, that, you know, I mean, it's just unfortunate. It's how the world we live in. But it's, you know, like at some point, guys, you know what I'm saying? It's not just humans all the time, you know, especially if there's a whole chunk load of humans who know nothing about this, don't want anything to do with this. You can't help them no matter how hard you try. You know, that's just making everyone else suffer. Like, I'm sorry. I love you guys. I'm always going to be here to help and to forgive, and to no matter how dark you are, you can come talk to Michael, because you ain't going to mess with me. Right? So it's funny. Like, we have to hide. We have to be by ourselves, if you will. We have to create our own little, bring the light you want to live. And no, it's supposed to be together. It's supposed to be us learning this stuff together, right? Not by ourselves, and then trying to apply it in like some new situation when you meet somebody new, and now you got your head all filled up with how you're supposed to act and how you're supposed to talk to somebody, right? And then that's how we miss each other, because then I never got to know the real you, because I got to know the book you, or the outline whatever you, instead of the real you, you know. And so now I don't know who, you know what I mean? We're not gonna link up, right? Because there's blockages. It's all blockages. It's all chi blockage. That's it. Everything in life is energy. It's all blockage or lack of or flow of energy. Everything is. Whether you think you're right or you think you're wrong. Shave my ears. Is that hair? I got a little hair. Whatever it is you think. Right? Like, freaking flow. It's all flow. Stop judging. Stop. Right? Okay. I'm blabbing now. Love you guys. I'll let you guys go. I'll be seeing you soon. Like I say, I'm getting revved up. Had a good Lionsgate. I got a lot of things that my mind is just reeling on to do. And then it's if I don't, or if I'm like, what do I do that? Like, it's like, nope, get back on it. Do it. All right. I don't want to sit in the front of the computer anymore. They're like, too bad. Like, I'm going outside. They're like, bring your laptop. I'm like, no. They're like, you need to be doing this work already. All you guys, the more work we do, the more blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I know. Okay. And so have fun with it, man. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? We didn't come here because we don't know how to help, you know, and laugh and joke and like, we didn't come here because we don't know how to do it, right? You gotta start remembering that you know how to do it, specifically, whatever that is. Right? I'm trying to make my hair stand up. All right, I'm out. That's all I got to say for today. See you guys on the next one. Much love. Peace out. You too that way. Trigonometry. Oh yeah.